My physical printed homeschool planner is now available. There are two options. We've got dated and we have got undated. And I'm really excited to share a flip through video of these two versions of my planner now available. Keep watching if you're interested. Hello and welcome. My name is Christine. I am a homeschooling mom of 3, and I am also a second generation homeschooler. I live in New Zealand and love to chat about homeschooling. Today's video is specifically about a brand new product that is now available in my store. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. It's been a labor of love. I shared my printable homeschool planner with you in a video a little while back. I'll link that for you here because I know so many of you like to be able to print products at home and use them that way. But I also wanted to have a printed version available for those of you who don't have the time or do not have the resources to print at home. So you guys have responded really well to the digital one, and I wanted to give you a physical option. And so the way that I was able to do that is through Amazon's print on demand service. So it's a beautiful planner, and it also means that I've been able to offer it to you for what I believe is a really affordable price. It also means it's available essentially worldwide. And although so many of you watch from the US, I really did not want to neglect my New Zealand and Australian audience, because I think all of us who live down at this part of the world can recognize how overlooked we often are, or just how challenging it is to get homeschool resources here without paying an absolute arm and a leg. So Amazon was just my best option. The planners have turned out beautifully. I do really love them. But my long-term goal would be spiral binding and beautiful tabbed pages and, premium paper and all that kind of stuff. But that's just a long-term goal. Right now, this is a great place to start. And I know this planner is going to be a blessing to a lot of you. I do plan on doing a giveaway, hopefully soon for the new year. And then I'll do another one next year when those of you in the Northern Hemisphere are going into your academic school year. And I will have a dated academic school year planner available for you then as well. So these are the two that I've got here with me. I had two sent to me so that I could check them over and make sure that there was nothing glaringly wrong with them. There was one thing that I came across when I was using my planner the other day, and I was able to edit that real quick and realized it was actually the same thing in here. It's not a huge thing, but I have corrected it. So yeah, let's flip the camera around and we're going to take a look through these and you can see how they work. And I'd love any feedback because this is the first planner and I already have ideas for next time, the next one I create, the next version, and things I might tweak and that kind of stuff. Because obviously I'm using the planner in real time as well. And yeah, it's just good to know how everything works. So we'll turn it around and we'll have a look together. Right, so I actually have two versions of this planner. I have the undated version and I have the dated version, and there are some differences between the two, so I'm going to show those to you. The planner is essentially, the cover is the same, except for this does say undated at the bottom, and that was actually because of Amazon. They wouldn't let me upload the same book, the same cover. It was a whole, I don't know, a copyright thing or whatever. But anyway, these are US letter size planners. And I think there are 218 pages in here. They are perfect bound, which I understand is not everyone's preference for a planner, but something that you can do is take this to your local, I think in the States, you guys call it Staples or whatever. Here we'd call it the warehouse stationery. But you can take it there and a lot of them will cut this binding off and will spiral bind it for you. So that is an option if you're looking for something like that, because I know it is nice to be able to flip it over, and use it that way. So let's look at the undated version first, because this is the one that has been actually the most popular in the digital version, which is understandable because, people like to be able to use it whenever in the school year. So let's have a look in here. You've got your title page and where you can write your name. I do have a calendar in here because I like to be able to look at this stuff. So this doesn't affect how you use it for planning really, but it's just a couple years at a glance. So I put in 2025 and 2026. Then you've got a bulleted, I don't know if you can see that on camera. If I zoom in, you might see it. you've got like your little bullet point, or what is the word I'm using? Like dot grid. That's what I'm looking for, a dot grid page. So you can use it however. I put a few of those in here just to give you flexibility. Then there is a map your year section. And you can obviously write your dates and stuff in here. So there are 3 pages for that, so that you have enough to do a whole year. And some note-taking pages. Then you have your monthly title page, which is January. Another dot grid page there. And then you have, this is in both planners, this is your monthly space where you can go in and, you know, write your priorities, your birthdays, upcoming appointments, and upcoming expenses. And then you've got a brain dump area and a to-do list. And I just found this helpful. A lot of planners that I've used have had like a space like this, but nothing's labeled, and my brain just doesn't work like that. I like little prompts, so I did include those. Then you've got a 2-page calendar spread and an area to put notes. And then at the end of the month, you've also got a reflections page. So there's what worked, what didn't work, blessings to reflect on, things to try, and lessons learned. So you can use this, you know, not just for homeschool, but also for life in general, because I use my planner for everything. And then this just carries on the same for each month. So there's 12 months worth. You've got your title page, your monthly prep page, 2-page spread calendar, and then your monthly reflection. And you've got April. I'm going to kind of skip through this so you can see May, June, and that's December. And so I grouped all the months like that together, and then I put the weekly planning pages in their own section so that it's a little bit more flexible for you. So here you have lesson plans, and your lesson plans have a 2-page spread. This is personally the spread I love and use and have done for a few years. Here it says week off, so you can write your date in there. Now I did put the days of the week. I know that they're not dated, but there's your days of the week. A couple people, I had one person mention that they school actually on the weekends and they would like bigger weekend spaces. I'm kind of appealing to the masses here at the moment, and I only had one, you know, page like outlay to do, and so this is what I've gone with because this is how I use my planner. And I mentioned this in my other video, but when I designed this planner, it was for me. Like, to make it available to others was kind of like an afterthought. So this is how I use my planner, and that's how I created it. In the future, I may change that. But you've got 7 spaces along here with labels, and the bottom one is blank. The others are lined. And then you've got a to-do list, and you've also got this area here. You could use this as a habit tracker, or you could write dates in it, or whatever you want to do. I kind of left that open to interpretation. And you've got 52 weeks of these weekly spreads. And then the last section in here is the record section. And in here, I've got several different pages. You've got a dot grid page here. Then you have an attendance tracker. You have another dot grid here. Then you have a book list. You do keep track of your books. And there's like a rating system that I included there. There's 2 book lists because we know that we read a lot of books as homeschoolers. You've got future curriculum plans here. I really like this page. I've already been using it in my planner. That is like, it's just a great place to brainstorm and write different ideas down, because you might see a resource and then I forget about things throughout the year. So I like to be able to write it down so I can go back, and then there's like where to buy it and the cost as well. So there's several of those in here. And then finally, there are checklist pages. This is what I actually use the most In my planner, to keep track of everything, I write down the subject, the number of lessons, and then I highlight them as we get through them. I love the, like, sort of, I can see things at a glance and just know where we need to be. So there's several of these pages in here. I mean, you can use them how you see fit, but I wanted to keep this planner fairly simple. There's a couple of spare pages in there. I wanted to keep this fairly simple because I'm not someone who likes having a whole bunch of extra pages that I don't use. In fact, my planner that I got from Plum Paper Planner, which I've really enjoyed, but there's like a whole homeschool section in there, and I don't think I've used it at all, like 0. So I didn't want to include all of those pages personally. If there's a bunch of people who say to me, I really, really, really want this specific type of planning page in the planner, then I will make note of that and like adjust that when I do my next planner. But for now, this is what's in here. So that's your undated version that can be started at any time of the year. And then I've also got the dated version because this is a version I'm using because I really like to have a dated version. Now the cover is like a soft velvet touch matte. I really like how it feels. So this looks very similar to the other one. There's only a few things that are different. You've still got your calendars at the front and your dot grid page and all of that. Year at a glance does look different, and I changed this for myself this year as well. I've never used one like this. This is a new design and layout to me, but I really like it. So instead of going across, this goes down. So each one of these columns is a month, and the highlighted, the gray highlight sections are your weekends. This is where I had to go fix something because on this page, I had done a little boo-boo and had to go back and edit that. So that's one of the tweaks I found, but that's been fixed now. So if you ordered this, that would be how it's supposed to be. So year at a glance looks like this. I will show you a flip through of my printed planner in an upcoming video. And I'm thinking I might like do a video on how I used my planner last year and how I'm using it this year, that kind of thing. But I'll show you how I've laid mine out, like all the birthdays and planning for school terms and like noting the public school holidays and all that kind of stuff. I love to put in this section. And I also like to like cross off the weeks as we complete them. It's very satisfying to me. So that's my year at a glance for 2025. And then the difference between the dated and the undated version here is I have the lesson plans in with them each month. So you've got January, same page there, 2-page spread here, except you've got your dates on it. Then you've got your weekly layout. This looks a little different because you've got your dates at the top there. And when it's a different month, I've got it grayed out, like faded out. You see that there? One's darker, so that means January. That means the previous month. Still 7 tabs, everything like that layout's the same. The only difference here is this little outline, I think might be a bit different to the other one. And also I've got a calendar at the bottom there, just for you to refer to. So that is what your monthly pages are gonna look like your weekly spread, I should say. All dated. And you've got your monthly reflection page, and then it moves on to the next month. So that is the same for all of the months. And then right at the end, it's actually got the exact same record pages in it as the undated version. So you've got your records, your attendance, your book lists, your curriculum plans, and also your checklists. So yeah, that is both of the planners. That's what they look like inside. And I will come to you with another video soon showing you exactly how I'm utilizing my homeschool planner for our next school year. Thank you so much for watching. If you do have questions about any of these, please go ahead and ask them down in the comments below. But also you can go and check out the shop. It's linked down below. You can see all the products I have there, all the different versions of the planner. And you know, you can click on everything from there. So I'll have that linked for you. Yeah, I think that's everything. So I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars,